I don't beg. I don't chase. I don't shrink. I replace. If it drains me, I erase. If it costs my peace, I choose me. I choose me. Used to pour from an empty cup. I choose me. Now I feel it first, then level up. No more starving just to keep a seat. Built my own table, now they compete. I don't argue with energy beneath me. If it don't respect me, it don't keep me. Every scar came back platinum plated. Every setback re-educated. You can't guilt me into going small. I evolve, I don't crawl. I protect my glow like national treasure. Peace so rare, it don't measure. Pressure tried to bend my spine. Now it's posture, a line divine. It ain't growth, it ain't gross, it's expired. If it ain't real, it's fire. I choose me. I choose me. No hesitation, no negotiation, no explanation. I choose me. It's whole planning, nothing borrowed, everything gaining. I choose. All gas, no break. If I want it, I take. No more bending just to accommodate life. 2026 energy, self-loyalty over dependency. Say it loud, I choose me. I choose me. Lover, I choose me. I switch the tempo, flip the angle, feel different, can't untangle. Back myself in every room, I don't shrink, I consume, tiptoe, never. Pressure, better, storm-proof, every stitch and lever. I don't chase the clouds, I own the crowd. Confidence ain't quiet, it's loud. Take my piece like let it go. If it don't align, let it fold. Queen, I say facts, no more trauma contracts. 10 toes, burn, chin up steady. Self-made blow, already ready. I choose me in every arena, no cosign needed. I'm the standard, I'm the scheme. My daddy Creole and don't slip. Self-word, I stopped abandoning myself to keep somebody comfortable. Stop shrinking my voice to sound more acceptable. I learned this. The moment you choose you, everything that was using you loses you. Self-love was phase 1. Self-respect was phase 2. Self-loyalty, that's legacy. And baby, I choose me. You know what they say, Keep it balanced. Keep it cute. But baby, my balance, it comes from above. So step light. Hold your head high. We gon' praise and still look fly. Weighing every season, heart on one side, truth on the other. Grace in my walk, glory in my cover. Step to the left, I'm aligned. Peace in my heart, made of mine. Wrist shining, Bible in my bag. Gold on my neck, Savior in my swag. Born with the scales in my head. Still I lay it all in His plan. Measured by mercy, not fame. He called my star by my name. I'm a believer in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride. Hey. Hands up high, heels on beat, praise in the club, praise in the street. Halo over this laid out lace, little gloss, whole lot of grace. They see the charm, but He sees the core. He opened doors I ain't asking for, so I two-step, testify, slide every turn. He by my side, I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride. Oh, left, right, spin it, back, stay true. If you love the Lord, let Him shine. Hey, heart in the clouds, feet on the floor. We give Him the praise, then we give Him some more. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride.
Yes. Hey, everybody. This is your girl, Creole Butterfly, Libra Butterfly, Coco 929, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful, the horses are fast. The horses are beautiful, the women are fast. It just really depends on what you like. And I want to say happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy quinceañera, happy bar mitzvah to Lottie Dottie and every darn body under the sound of my voice. And you know I'm the Oprah of the what? The smooches. So come here. You ready? Mwah. You get a smooch. You get a smooch. Everybody gets a smooch. Hooch. Yeah. Okay. I am sleepy, and I know if I go to sleep now, I won't sleep tonight. So I'm fighting my sleep. Like I should have went to sleep around 2 when I said I was going. I would have woke up about 5:37, did my laugh, ate me the rest of my lunch, and it would have been all good. But no, I started watching the daggone whatever this is called, and playing the game, and being on the phone, just doing a whole bunch of nothing. Came back in the house, and that's what I've been doing is a whole bunch of nothing because I had to go to another part of the state. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so anyway, we here. Okay, Smoochie Style, y'all, we here. Y'all, okay, it's so much stuff going on right now. I'm not even gonna do it. I was gonna show y'all, blah, blah, blah. But y'all, you know, it comes a time when all doohickey is going to hell, okay? I should have just said the word because I ended up saying it anyway. When everything is going to squat, okay? Sometimes I got to pull away, okay? And I know if I got to pull away, y'all got to pull away, okay? Because, yeah, it's a whole bunch of stuff going on in the world right now, government-wise. Okay, I will say this to go back to a prophecy I gave you guys. Okay. I told y'all that 2026 will truly be a double portion of shaking. I said from the government, entertainment, I said church, I said especially church. Y'all remember me saying, y'all, when I tell you right now, anything that can be shook will be shook. And I know some of you all who've been following me remember me saying it, okay? I'm just like tripping. Like, I've never seen so much doohickey going on, y'all. I have never seen it. I mean, you got church fighting against each other. I'm talking ministers fighting against ministers, first ladies fighting against first ladies. It's just churches fighting against churches. And I'm sitting back, and you know what? Only thing that goes across my mind is when the word says, God is not the author of confusion. That's the only thing. Like, not just with that, but I'm talking about like with the government, what's going on with that, and all this other stuff. All the people who claim they wasn't racist is showing how racist they really are. It's like it's weird. It's just the word I have to grab because it's beyond weird. You understand what I'm saying? Like when I tell you, whoever's over you has a, I don't want to say anointing because to me I give that to God, but it has a atmosphere. Okay, whoever you're under, meaning you're covering, most of the time it's going to shape the atmosphere like them. So, case in point, if you in a church and your pastor's a God-fearing man, God-fearing woman, they live by the word, and all this and stuff, and they're, prayer warriors and they're people of faith or whatever, so shall most of the congregation, okay? But the house is going to be a house of prayer, a house of faith. It's going to be biblical based, okay? But if you in the church, and I'm using church because y'all know yeah. So if you in the church and your pastor's a hellraiser, a fornicator, and I got something to say about that. Shout out to Jabs. Hold on. A hellraiser, a fornicator, all the things are the things. Most of the people in the church that's under that is going to be the same thing. Okay? I dare you to prove me wrong. Anywho, moving forward. Now, I said remind me of Jabs. Y'all know Jabs is my boo bear, okay? And I was listening to him and some other guy, and they was talking about this thing with Brian Corn and Brian Corn's covering and something else. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I want to piggyback on something. People have said, and me being a preacher, pastor, prophetess, all the things overseer, okay, I've had to correct this. And I've had my own colleagues come at me for this, okay? So let me go here by saying this. I stand 10 toes down on shacking. I'm going to say that again. I stand 10 toes down about shacking. What do you mean by that, Creole? I'm glad you asked, okay? Glad you asked. Show me where it talks about shacking in the Bible. Show me where it talks about shacking in the Bible. Ask your preacher, because I'm standing 10 toes down on that, because I'm going to tell you why. The Bible does not speak about shacking. If that's the case, the only difference between uh, somebody sharing an apartment with somebody and quote unquote shacking is the activities that go on that the Bible does speak on. What are you talking about? Fornication, sex outside of marriage. Other than that, you got a roommate. Prove me wrong. Shacking is shacking from what the church says, and they always say the Bible says don't shack. It does not say that. I'll wait because I might be wrong. I know I'm not, but I might be wrong. It talks about fornication. You can fornicate and not live with somebody. Hello? So it does not talk about shacking. That's something that was created from a denomination to keep your testimony and to have you live holy until matrimony, until marriage. And that's okay. We can't say everything's from the Bible. We got to stop that. We got to stop that, because I'm telling you, these new age kids, like my daughter that's 23 and blah, 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 baby, them are ones that are getting that Bible and tell you it ain't what's in there. I ain't see that. Where are they? They'll call you to the corporate if you don't know something. And I understood why the older generations and stuff, did that. They was actually promoting the sanctity of marriage. I get it. I understand it. Okay. But you can't make apples oranges. They two different things. They both fruits, but they two different things. So when I hear people say that, and that's what the guy said about shacking, and I typed in there real briefly. I remember I went on my platform and I said it does not talk. It's just there. So I understand. So like I said, think about it. If me and let's just say I pick somebody, JB. Okay, me and JB move in together. We in the apartment. We move in together. That's my roommate. What's the difference in shacking? It's the act that you do inside of that apartment that is against what you're supposed to be doing, i.e., fornicating, sex without marriage. Other than that, it's a roommate. Come on, y'all. Anyway, I wanted to clear that up. I'm sorry. If I'm wrong, I will come back and do a live apology on it, but I know I'm not. But if I'm wrong, because I don't know everything, but I did go to school for some things, you understand what I'm saying? It's just not. I don't want everybody. It's some things, it's some things that we can stand on and say, yes. But it's other things, no. There's no basis for it. There is not. If you're a woman and you live with a man, oh well. The one thing that makes that wrong is if you fornicate. I can't say that y'all not roommates, because that's what we call it. Y'all sharing the bills, or he's paying this, you paying that, blah, blah, blah. As long as ain't no sex going on while y'all not married, it's not fornicating. That's what makes it fornicating. That's what they call shacking. And I had to correct that. Those that know better do better and teach better. Okay. Like I said, a lot of things we learned came from our people's people who just came from slavery. And they passed it on, and they passed it on, and then they told two friends, and they told two friends, and here we are. Okay. A lot of things was a denominational belief. It don't make it biblical. It's a denominational belief. How a lot of these denominations began was the fact that they disagreed with what that denomination did. We're going to say the denomination of watermelon. They didn't believe that pears should be added into the watermelon belief. So then you had a group that branched out from the watermelon to become pears. So now you got the pear belief. Okay. And then you got somebody say, you know what? Well, if it's a pear belief, why we got broccoli? So then you had a group that said, I don't believe that broccoli should be with this pear. So then you had broccoli branch out. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, I'm using that so you can really get it in your mind. But that's how all of this happened. Now, the funny thing about this is, like I told y'all, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. I'm a believer in God. I don't claim Christianity like y'all do, because everybody named mama claim Christian and doing any and everything above the sun. Okay, I don't know how you do that, because Christian came about to be Christ-like. Christ was not a Christian. Hello? I don't know why I'm clearing this up today, but some of y'all have been programmed, and I understand, like I said, like four generations removed from slavery. So it's a lot of things that was passed down that's not biblical. Okay. I've heard people say, I'm a Christian because Christ was. No, he wasn't. Not laughing at nobody, but he wasn't. Okay. You might not ever hear this again, so pay attention. Okay. Christian is Christ-like. But what's so funny, y'all? Not funny, ha ha, but just think about this. The people who crucified Christ was your Catholics, Roman Catholics. You get it? Catholics? Okay. Ooh, no, man, because y'all Catholics gonna get so mad at me. I don't lie on y'all, tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? But people need to go back and do some history on some stuff because the Roman Catholics is the one who crucified. Well, put like this, they beat him because the Pharisees, they didn't want it to fall on them. So they went to, what is his name? I don't want to say Caesar. It could be right now. I got like three different leaders in my head, so forgive me. But they went to the head of the Roman Catholics and said, you know, basically, and I'm paraphrasing, crucify him, blah, blah, blah. Okay. His wife had a dream about it. His wife was warned and told him, do not have anything to do with this godly man. Don't have nothing. In other words, don't put your hands on him. Don't order nothing with him. You know, and because of it, all had to go down the way they went down, but because of the Roman, the head of the Romans, um, he didn't want it to follow him, but he still put his, you know, put his hands on him. But he did, and black people, listen up. He did ask them, you know, are you willing to go through the consequences? And I'm paraphrasing again on what's going to happen. And them idiots holler, do unto us down to our 10th generation, fourth or 10th generation. We'll take it. That's why, and I know a lot of people have asked, why does it seem like black people go through so much? It ain't have nothing to do with no Noah's son that saw him naked and all that. It ain't got nothing to do with that. None whatsoever. How in the doohickey do you think Noah gonna have one Asian son, one white son, and one black son? And the one that's cursed just so happened to be the black one? Come on, y'all. Come on, dude. Come on, man. I'm gonna have to get that bootsy. Come on, man. Baby, baby. And I know it sounds good. And I know right now, more than ever, almost close to the 60s, anything black is horrible at this point. Okay. I understand that, but that's not true. But that's what people trying to make it true. Okay. But no, that's not it. Okay. It came from them what they did to Jesus. They said, let it be done unto us and our generations. And then we didn't listen. Okay. God sent the deliverer. Here, he sent the deliverer. Anybody heard of Moses? Sent them. 400 years. We had been building stones and, you know, all the slavery stuff, all of it. And we still didn't listen. God freed us. We left with tangibles. Okay. Hey, Hebrew. I'm bell peppers. Okay. We left with tangibles in our hands and, you know, gold and all of this and stuff. And yeah, we did all of that for us to end up messing up yet again. Every time we get free, there is a generation that forgets what we've been through and causes us to repeat the horrible situation that we deliver from. Every time. Anyway, that part right there. I had to. There is no shacking. I'm sorry. It is. It's not. It's now old people say that, and it's passed down, but there's no biblical basis for that. The only thing that's different that makes a roommate be somebody quote unquote that they shacking with is when you do things you shouldn't be doing outside of marriage. That's it. Okay. Other than that, it's a roommate. It might be a handsome roommate, you know, he might have biceps, triceps, and all that type of stuff, but it's still a roommate. Okay. So, anyway, y'all, I got that out. So, that song that I played, y'all, that song has hit me. I love her anyway. Her name is China Styles. Her whole stuff rocks. Okay. I mean, it's like it pierces you. It just like I'm gonna play one that says Black Sheep. Was the black sheep now the goat? If that wasn't my life, okay, if that wasn't my life, let me tell y'all this. Hold on. Okay, so let me tell y'all what happened to me. This is in my book. Let me tell y'all what happened to me. One time, as a single mother, one of my kids I felt had the flu or whatever, okay, and took the child to the doctor. And this was in the wintertime, took the child to the doctor. And I forgot if they said yes, like that's skipping my mind right now, but it'll come to me. I don't want to lie. Anyway, so we came back home and everything, and it was getting worse because I said I had some Robitussin at home, and I had something else. And the doctor was like, well, until you can get the prescription filled, just measure this amount, mix it with a little water, and that should be okay. And I said, okay. So that night, I just felt that my baby was getting worse, okay? And I got scared. So I called my cousin. I said, when you going to be here? He said, I'm on my way now. I said, okay. So I'm sitting there. He comes in the house. I said, look, I said, my friends them is going to take me to go get this prescription because at that time, Walgreens stayed open 24 hours, okay? I said, not all of them, but a couple of them. And I said, I'm going to go get this prescription and I'll be back. Can you watch these kids? He said, yes. Okay. I'm bringing this up for a reason. Pay attention. Y'all always say, I wonder what makes you so strong. I'm going to tell you, pay attention. Okay. So I leaves. I gets in the car with my friend and her boyfriend. They take me to get the money. I goes and get the prescription. Okay. About time I'm pulling up, I see people everywhere. I see police cars out there. Something in me was like, oh my God. Like I just knew it was my house. You couldn't see my house yet, but you could see all the people stuff. I knew it was my house. A mother just knows, okay? So the closer we got, they was like, Coco in there? And I said, yeah, what's going on? They said, girl, they took your kids. Had just my thoughts, boo. Hebrew, you forgot to email me again. I want us to do something. Anyway, they said they took your kids. I said, what? So my friend then pulled over like in the middle of the street. I hopped out the back seat. I'm running to my apartment, right? Wintertime. I'm running to my apartment. I gets in there. Y'all, when I tell you every light in my apartment is on, my clothes is pulled out on the floor. My kitchen stuff is pulled out. Canned goods is everywhere. Y'all, it's like they went through my house, ransacking my house. I don't know what they thought they was going to find, but they ransacked my apartment like crazy. And at the time, I was like, where's my kids? Okay. So my friend that took me, she's running. She's like, I didn't know she was behind me. So she's behind me. She's like, what's going on? I said, I don't know. Okay. So my neighbor on my porch, she was dating my cousin. She came down and came through the door. She said, I try to get the kids. She said, I try to tell them you went to the store and you had a babysitter. But when they came in here, your baby was crying. Check this out. Your baby was crying. The door was open and they found your daughter. Listen to this. My oldest daughter, they found her all the way at the corner trying to cross the street looking for me. I'm trying not to cry, y'all. I'm so serious. They found her at the corner in a t-shirt. So I'm like, what? I'm screaming. I'm crying. Here go a police officer. You know they not. I said, yes. She came in. She said, when we got here, She asked me who I was and did I have kids. I said, yes, those are my kids. Where are they? She said, when we got here, ma'am, she said, the only reason why we knew where to go is because I guess that's your oldest child. I said, yeah. She led us to where she lived. She knew where she lived. And she led us to where she lived. And she said, I was just looking for my mama because my little sister is crying. I said, wait a minute. Where was my cousin? She said, ma'am, when we got here, wasn't nobody here. She said, now, people that we talked to said, that is not you. You're a good mother, blah, 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 blah. They don't know what happened. I said, but where's my kids? This is what I'm like, where's my kids? She said, unfortunately, when she said that, I said, please don't tell me that. Don't tell me. Please don't tell me that. That's all I kept on saying. And I guess the cop felt sorry for me because she grabbed my hand. She said, listen to me. You can get your kids back. Call this number in the morning. But as of tonight, they're in the custody of CPS. Y'all heard that? That's why I don't play those CPS games. When you a real mother and somebody come and take your kids, that's not funny. It's not cute. That's not a hi, I got you. It's not none of that. Because let me tell you something. At that time, I was saved. I got saved at 9 years old. But at that time, baby, my temper was something else. It wasn't nothing nice. It ain't nothing nice now. Just the Lord is been good to me and helped me with it. Baby, I called my auntie. I said, where is your son? I could tell she was lying. I said, you know what? It don't even matter. Tell him when I see him, I'm going to up him up. And matter of fact, I'm going to jail when I see him. I said, and you and him know what that means. I'm going to jail. Y'all, I was crying, I was screaming, I was kicking, I was sitting, I was so hurt. I had never been without my children. Never, except taking them to daycare while I worked. That's it. Anyway, make a long story short, I had to get them back. I had to go through hell to get my kids back. Do you hear me? Like they didn't give them back to you right then like they do now. Now you got to do is little tours and show up in person and they just, here you go. Back then, they made you almost create the pyramid to get your children. They didn't play. I went through hell. Do you hear me? Okay. Now, fast forward. Okay, I'm skipping a whole lot of this. Fast, because I'm going to say something. All of this is relevant. Fast forward. Okay, so I never saw my cousin again, y'all. He eventually told our family that he had stepped across the street to smoke with this dude. And they said, well, why didn't you come back and let the cops know that you were babysitting them, that the girl didn't leave her kids like that? I don't know. I seen them cops. I kept going. Okay. I had, when I tell y'all that happened, let me see. Hold on. That happened 1991. That happened 1991. The winter of 1991. It's 2026. I ain't saw that boy. When I tell you that Negro disappeared, because trust me, if I tell you something, trust me. And they know me. They know me. If don't nobody else know me, they know me. I still ain't seen them. Okay, this is what I found out. I found out 6 years ago that he went to Tennessee. Then I found out, no, 7 years ago, he went to Tennessee. Then 6 years ago, he came back because he was molesting boys down there. Is it no, Mississippi? He was molesting boys down there, and they was getting ready to crucify him, so he ran back to Kentucky. Now, okay, when I tell y'all I ain't saw him, I ain't saw him. Hello, bring, bring. I wasn't gonna answer it. Some said answer that phone. I said hello. Hi, is this Coco? Who's calling? Oh, this is the something, something, something of the hills. I said, who? And I thought it was, and I'm like, can't be, because he got my number. He said, it's your cousin, George. What's up, cuz? Did I tell y'all I ain't seen that nigga since 1991? And I told him, I'm going to get him. I'm going to jail when I see him. All of a sudden, you call me? And you call me like we cool. And then you said, because I'm drunk, but I needed to talk to you. You know, this was around 10 o'clock this morning, and this nigga's already drunk. And I'm like, uh-huh. It was a test. JB, I think I passed it. It was a test. It was a test. I was so shocked. I couldn't say nothing. I just said, uh-huh. Yeah, cuz, and I love you and I miss you. And yeah, why didn't you tell me my mama was a B? Oh, she getting on my mother ucking nerve. My mama's a B. Oh. I said, oh, is that so? Because I don't mess with his mama either. That's the one I told you I went over there and left the car running in the middle of the street, beating on the door, told her to come out so I could whoop her. Yeah, that one. Anyway, so I'm like, I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked. Like, my oldest daughter is beyond grown now. The daughter that was crying in the house, she's beyond grown now. You know, so it's been a minute. You feel what I'm saying? But them at emotion, y'all, oh, that emotion came back to me today. I was sitting here like, God, why you let this happen to me? I was just, I guess God said, we gonna test. We gonna test you and see if you changed. Oh my, y'all, when I tell you my mind and my heart and everything went back to that night. And like I told y'all, I don't have no babies no more. My baby's 23 on her own. I don't have no babies no more. But my mind went back to the day they took my babies when I heard him. And I didn't get a chance to get you, bro. I didn't get a chance to get you. But God did. And I'm going to leave it right there. Anyway, I had asked him, I said, what about your mama? He said, she's nasty. Why didn't you tell me that? You supposed to have been telling me that. I didn't know she was a bee like that. Everybody keep telling me my mama was nasty. That's why they ain't mess with her. And blah, blah, blah. I mean, he's going off and going off and going off. I said, oh, okay. That's your mama. And I mean, he's still talking like we just, you know, I miss you so much, cuz I do. I swear I love you and I miss you. We're gonna have to stay in touch. And I mean, he's crying. I don't like a drunk for one, but he's crying, toe up. He noticed I ain't saying nothing. He doing all the talking. All the talking. My son looked at me because I was leaving out to take care of some business. I saw my son was still sitting in the driveway. And he looked at me because my kids know when something's wrong with me. And so I hit the mute button. I said, cousin. He said, oh, which one? Remember the one about the kids? He said, what? I said, yeah, I'm shocked too. So then I interrupted him and said, by the way, how'd you get my number? Oh, I wasn't going to tell you, but I'll tell you because she the only one to give it to me. Everybody else wouldn't give it to me. Ain't Phyllis. My daddy's other sister. You barely got my number because I just started talking to you in 2025. I hadn't talked to you since 19. Hold on, I don't want to lie. I hadn't talked to you since 2015. You just got my number 2025, and you gonna just give it to him? So don't worry, I'm gonna address that. I'm gonna very much address that. You don't give my number out. Everybody know me. If I give you my number, you got my number, not you and you pass it along. That's disrespectful. Don't do it. Because I ain't gonna do nobody else like that. If somebody call me and say, can you give me JB's number? I'll be like, let me check with him first. Give me one moment. And I'll call him and say, hey, Mr. Carruthers wants your number. Can he get it? And if JB tell me no, it's a no. Ooh, child. But anyway, yeah, out of the clear blue sky. When I say it was beautiful today in Kentucky, it was so pretty, rainbows and butterflies and all of that was going on. Okay, it's just so pretty here. It really is. All we do over here is drink our water and mind our business. We know how important that is. Okay, that's all I was doing, was sipping on some coffee, a little bit of water, and minding my business. Sometimes I mind a little of y'all's, but I was minding a little bit of my business. And this call came through from hell. And I mean, he's just, y'all will not tell. It was a shock. Now, wait till I tell my mama really gonna be like, what the, this, like, okay, now, here's the thing. It's not like I haven't forgiven people who did some really bad things in my life, and to me, I have. But it wasn't a kosher shock like it, it wasn't that. It was gradual. Like, okay, I'm at this point in my life now, so I can forgive this person. If I hear their voice, I don't want to shoot them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went from that to, maybe just cut them, not shoot them, maybe, push them down some steps, run them over with my car. It ain't, like, I had to gradually come away from these things, all right? Because an ex-boyfriend, it became an ex-boyfriend the night I ran him over with my car. That's a whole nother story. Mind your business, okay? Mind your business. Thank you. All right. So, yeah. Anyway, I got stories. I'm sorry, I do. But my thing is, y'all, I can actually sit back and say, I came a long way. I came a very long way. And today, it was a test for me. Because even though it was a shock, I didn't hate him. I thought if I ever talked to him again, I would cuss him out. And baby, my cusser ain't broke. I just choose not to, because you can't preach and cuss at the same time. You understand what I'm saying? Like my spiritual father, God rest his soul, told me, girl, you're gonna have to make up your mind. You cannot kick butt and preach. That don't go together. You're gonna have to choose. Choose ye this day. And I'm like, ugh. And it was a real struggle for me because I'm a fighter. And so every time somebody, whatever, I just be like, if we ain't gonna fight about it, let's not argue about it. Because I don't argue, I'm ready to fight. Let's just go. So I had to learn how to be diplomatic. I had to learn how to take a deep breath, allow people to say what they gotta say, and not hit them in their mouth. Seriously, some of us, boy, praise God. Anyway, let me see. There is something I won't forgive when you harm a child. Okay. Just my thoughts. Baby, when I tell you, I never forget that night. And that's why I don't play them CPS games. I can't do that. I can't be a part of it. I don't like being around it. And when I hear that, I disappear. Hey, T Ham, I've been wondering about you. You okay? Hey, TSW, I didn't see you coming, baby. I'm not even watching. I apologize. But yeah, I'm like it too, Mr. Carruthers. I'll never forget that night. I was a young mother. I had my first child a week before my sweet 16th birthday. So if you think about it, at 86, I was 16. My child was 4. So she was 4 years old and I had a baby. So that means I just turned 20, going on 21. Maybe I already was 21, but still a young mother with children. And I trust you to take care of my cargo. I trust you. Matter of fact, here's what's so bad, y'all. He didn't have nowhere to go. So he was living with me. So how do you feel like you didn't owe me enough to step up? First of all, to keep your happy hips in the house. I wasn't gone there long. You couldn't give up smoking some weed that quick? And how did you not feel like you didn't owe me to tell them cops, hey, I just stepped right there. I was still here. I didn't see her walk out. I'm watching them. You didn't even show up for me when I had to go to court. My neighbors showed up for me to testify on what type of mother I was. I couldn't find him to show up for me. All of a sudden, from 1991 to 2026, you gonna call my phone. Hey, cuz I miss you so much. I love you. What? Wait a minute. All them emotions. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. Hey. All them emotions went through like I couldn't really believe it was him on the phone. So yeah, y'all, when I tell y'all that was the most traumatic situation I think I had ever faced, especially as a mother. When I tell y'all my house was through. When I tell y'all they tore my apartment up. I don't know what they was looking for. I think they did that to be mean, though. I really do think they did that to be mean. Like this B go walk off and leave these kids. Watch, we gonna do our, because sometimes cops act like it. Y'all do know that, right? Okay. And everything. And when I tell y'all, I know toxic when I see it. I can smell toxic. I can spot toxic, and I don't deal with toxic. Toxic almost killed me more times than not. Me giving people who don't deserve to be breathing the same air I breathe, me giving them a chance yet again, because I believe in giving people chances. But when a person show you who they are, that's a true statement. When a person show you who they are, you better believe them. Let me tell you one more thing, and then we're going to, one more thing. Another reason, it's more than one, but I'm going to give you another example on where I had to be strong, okay? And a lot of times, men that's interested in me, that's put like this, males who's interested in me can't take the strength that I have. Instead of them looking at it like she would really hold me down, she would really have my back, I can really let down, baby, I'm not feeling good today, or baby, I'm worried about this, that, and the other. She'll pray me through. She ain't gonna, instead of them looking at it like that, they look like, oh, she too strong. Well, okay, then you ain't the one. Nigga, move on. Kick rocks. Because anytime I got to dim my light just for you to be happy, you ain't the one. Because a real man will see my strength and know I'm his equal, like the one that married me. He proved to me I didn't have to be that hard woman. He made me soft. I'm very soft. But right now I'm single. I ain't got time for all that. I got to stand my ground. I got me. My husband, my late husband, God rest his soul, he brought out what was in me. Because he saw me. I ain't got time to be trying to convince whatever. So let me tell you. He that should never be named on my channel. Y'all know who that is. Those of you who have been following me for a while. He that should never be named. Okay. I had broke up with this guy. This was the last breakup. It was 3, but it was the third one. And a whole bunch of stuff happened because he realized I wasn't coming back. Like when he put the gun in my head and pulled the trigger, I told you about. Okay. So he said, I want to take you and baby girl out to dinner and then probably to the park because I want to spend time with my daughter. I said, cool, because you wasn't getting about yourself. This is what I'm thinking in my mind. So we get in the car and everything. We go get a little food, all this and stuff. I don't know what made me, and it had to be God, y'all. I don't know what made me sit her in my lap. I set her in my lap, and he went to pay for gas. I said, I'm going to go in here and get something. I ain't going to create none. I had to go in the gas station to get something. Okay. So she wasn't in her car seat because I had her in my lap. Okay. Now he's back in the car, and I'm coming around the driver's side because the diaper bag was in the back on the floor behind him. So I'm coming around the driver's side, okay? And he's pulling up. You know how people play that little game, like you try to grab the door and they pull up. So he's pulling up. And I'm like, what are you doing? I need to get this diaper bag. And he's like, answer one question. And I said, boy, I ain't got time to play with you like that. He said, I ain't playing. And he wasn't playing. I said, what? He said, are you coming back to me? I said, no. He said, well, say goodbye. Y'all, why did he try to kidnap my baby? No, it's all on record. I'm telling you, police. When I tell y'all, this ninja tried to kidnap my baby. So at this time, I done went through the window on his side. I done went through the window because I felt like had I went on the other side, he would have just shroom. So I'm in the window on his side, trying to control the wheel, trying to scratch him, anything I can. So it slows him down where we crawling, right? And some people looking at the car. So I begin to holler, help, help, he's trying to kidnap my baby, help. I mean, I'm screaming. Okay, so that's why I said I don't hate our white people. I don't hate nobody for real. But when I tell y'all, this white couple got blessed, they heart, ran over to the car. The lady was on the side where my daughter was. She kept trying to open up the door, so she finally got it open. The white man opens the back door, so now he's pulling him by his throat, like got his arm around his throat, pulling him back. I'm hitting his hands, trying to get him to stop. That nigga was strong. You heard me? I'm hitting his hand, trying to get him to stop and pinching him and scratching him. I'm doing all that. Then a broad came. I don't know how he came between me and the window, whatever. A broad came and said, "Cat!" Stole him dead in his jaw. His whole head said, "Beep," like that, and it made him loosen a little bit. And so the woman, the wife, got a hold of my baby, right? And when she got a hold of my baby, she pushed the baby, and I grabbed the baby, and so. And she's trying to get the baby, push the baby to me, because at this time he done threw his arm around my baby. And she's trying to push him to me, and I'm grabbing my daughter. He bites down on that woman's arm so hard he drew blood. And when her husband saw that, oh my God, her husband was going out on him, smacking him upside his head, choking him, trying to do everything. I finally got my baby. Like he had to let go. He had too much pressure on him. I finally got my baby, and I was going to fall back, and the black dude grabbed me and my baby. I was crying. She was crying, and everything. And so they was like, is anybody we can call for you? We can take you home. And I'm just shaking. I'm shaking, and I'm just hugging my baby, you know, and everything. And they was like, what's wrong with him? I said, he's crazy. That's why I ain't with him. You know, just like that. So I said, my daddy's a cop. I said, you can call the precinct and just let them know his daughter, you know, blah, blah, blah. And so they said he's on stakeout or something, because at that time he just got promoted to detective or whatever. And when they paged him in, they gave him a code to let him know that it was his daughter, emergency with his daughter. And he said, take her to my house. The landlord, the manager is waiting and gonna let her in. And when I get there, we can talk. And so the cops, you know, they took a report and everything, got his name and all this and stuff. and they took me to my daddy's apartment and everything. I didn't have no bottle. I didn't have no Pampers. I didn't have nothing because it was all in the car. I didn't have anything. And everything. And so the manager, she was so sweet. She was like, I'm gonna go over here and get some formula and everything, and I'll bring it back. She said, you want anything? I said, just a pop, because I can't eat nothing right now. I'm so, she said, I understand. She said, I know that was scary for you. She said, hopefully you will never be in this situation. I said, ain't no hopefully. I said, if he want to see her, he'll see her on the picture. Just like that. I said, no, I can't go through this no more. And I cried. And that whole night, I just kept holding my baby, holding my baby. Finally, I must have fell asleep because when my daddy came in, I heard a noise and I jumped, And he said, it's me, baby girl. It's me. And he just came over and hugged me. He said, and I just cried some more because I'm a daddy's girl. So I just cried some more. He said, is that the one that you left? I said, yes, sir. Like, and he said, I got it. I don't know why that did good for me because I know my daddy. He said, I got it. He said, come on, go to bed. He said, go to bed. I'll take you home in the morning. He said, did you fill out a report? I said, yes, sir. He said, good girl. Y'all. So unless you had a child to almost be kidnapped, yeah. Okay. I'm just saying, y'all, it's a lot of us women, a lot of us grown women, we've been through a lot. And it takes a special person to see the gift that we are. We've been through a lot, and I don't make no apologies for what I went through at all. At all. Because I could smell toxic. I could see a person that's toxic. I know toxic when I see it. And I don't deal with that. I don't deal with that. I really, really hold in my heart when a person show me who they are, I believe them. Because I almost lost my life. I almost lost my daughter's life. So, yeah, we don't play those games. I'm never that thirsty. And that's what, when I tell people this, they get mad. And I be telling my sisters, some of y'all are so thirsty for some triceps and biceps and a peen. Y'all don't care how a man treats you. It's just as long as you got one. That's never been me. If anything, that situation made me stand 10 toes down on who I am. And the fact that I tell y'all all the time I'm a queen and I'm going to be treated as such, and it pisses y'all off, I don't care about that. I am a queen. I am going to be treated as such. We two different people. Whatever I talk, I walk. It is what it is. So I just want y'all, especially with all this chaos that's going on in the world. My point is, those that you have around you that care for you and love you, cherish them. Don't use them, don't misuse them, cherish them. Because a lot of people don't know real from fake. And that's why it's a lot of people right now that's lonely than a mug. Lonely than a mug. They got houses and everything and nobody to share it with. And it's them. Nobody's going to fight you to be with you. That's stupid. Why I got to fight you to be with you? If you don't think you deserve the best, who am I? Excuse me. All of us deserve to be loved. And I'm not just talking about sexual love, with a mate or whatever. You deserve to be loved. When you give out love, you should receive love. Oh, shake her. When you give out love, you deserve to receive it. Don't take nothing for less. Don't take no wooden nickels, man. Seriously. I'm going to always talk on a level and stand on a level to where if I ain't a queen, you're going to think I am. But I don't make no false claims. Either I am or I'm not. Do I have a past? Absolutely. Most millionaires used to be something else. Most famous people that still got their fame and didn't sell out and all this and stuff, they used to be something else. They'll tell you, I ain't always been here. Most preachers like myself, that's honest, will tell you, baby, that's why I come on here and I tell y'all everything. I be like, y'all, I used to be a stripper. I used to do this, used to do that. Because you know why? I'm not there no more. But that was my life. And even that helped make me who I am today. Now, some people may disagree. That's you. Don't despise small beginnings. Me becoming a manager at McDonald's helped me to become managers at Fortune 500 companies, making big money. A lot of people, you know what? A lot of people look at things like that and be like, ugh, can't believe they do that, baby. I used to be a janitor. See, you do what you got to do to stay strong. I had shearing. You hear me? When nobody helping me, I had shearing. And any dude that I dated had to do something for me and my sharing. We were like bananas. We were like bananas. We came in bunches. And I didn't date no man who couldn't accept my kids. I don't know how y'all do that, but whatever. I hear a whole lot of women. He just don't like my son. Your son's 6 years old. He don't like my son, so but I ain't gonna give him up, honey. My son better get with it. Did you ever ask your son why? Ain't no ping worth all that. I'm sorry. And I know sometimes, yeah, I'm so blunt. I am straight up no chaser. For real. I apologize if it offends you, but I gotta be who I am. I make no qualms about that. Now let me tell you. So thank you, Dan. Okay, so y'all know I had met a person, okay? And we was just talking on the phone. That's it. I enjoy talking on the phone because it makes you drop your guard, and everything. So, okay. But I told him, JB, be quiet. Y'all, JB gets on me, okay? Let me tell y'all. For real. JB gets on me. But I'm being honest with y'all. My last boyfriend, I married. And that was 30 years ago. So, I don't know how to date. I know a date is, he coming to get you or y'all meeting somewhere, going out to eat, to the movies, whatever. It ain't screwing. That ain't no date. But anyway, I guess it's the new date now. I don't know. But the first turn off was the fact that he said something about my rack. I know I got a nice set. I'm a 46 double D. If that ain't a nice set, I don't know what is. Okay? I know I got a nice set. I do. But do I need you to say I got a nice set? And we just no. And so my question to him was, and I quote, when was the last time you had some? JB said, oh, when I told him that, he's like, you did not. Yes, you did. He's, I know you. Yes, you did. I did, because if my rack is getting you out where your tongue is hanging down and everything, y'all would have thought I was just nakedly clean. No, I was in a t-shirt, and it wasn't a tight t-shirt. It was a t-shirt. I can't help that my rack does what a rack's supposed to do. I got a good bra. I paid for this bra. You hear me? Oh, anyway, I asked him, when was the last time you had some? And so he told me. I said, oh, okay, because the way you acting is like you ain't had no sex, period. He said, you know what? You so honest. He said, I like that. He said, you honest. You say what's up. Yeah, why lie? I ain't got time for all that. I don't have time for all that. I said, but the way to get to know me is not to talk under my clothes. That's not a turn on to me. Now, a lot of women like it, yeah, because he said my boobs look good, girl. Mm-hmm. No, it's never me. I don't think like a little girl. I'm a grown woman. I got grown woman situations. I think grown, so therefore I am. So, yeah, talking up under my clothes is never, and we just now getting to 2 calls. 2 calls. And the first call, you gonna talk about my rack? He's history. That's all I want to tell you about that. He's history. He gone. Him gone. He ain't even an afterthought or underthought, a thought. He gone. He gone. Cause I'm good at blocking people. I am. I'm very good at blocking. Like once I tell you, oh, will you have a good one? That's code for I messed that up because I'll block you in the heartbeat. Won't think nothing else about you. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. And I told him, I said, honey, my last boyfriend I married. So I don't know about this new dating. I said, and I did say this. I said, why is it old men acting more hornier than the young guys? I said, y'all old men should know better. Why y'all so horny? I don't understand that. It's like y'all penis lead y'all everywhere. There's one. There's one. Ooh, ooh. I ain't never seen it in my life. I'm like, the old men's supposed to teach the young. The young men's out here talking about they want a good woman who want a good man that's working and all this and stuff. And you like, what the what? And I asked him and I said, why is it that y'all older men is leading with sex more than the younger men? The younger men is wanting a relationship and y'all just want to stick your peen somewhere. He couldn't answer that. I expected the older men to be more wiser. You done been through a lot, you done seen a lot, so you're a little bit more wiser. Coochie come a dime a dozen, and that if you play your right chords, you're gonna get good quality coochie. If you just want to screw something, there's somebody that'll let you have something for a little nothing, but you should know the difference. And I said, Lord, I don't know if I can do this dating thing because I'm so old school, it's ridiculous. And I thought the older men, because I love old men. My husband was 9 years older than me. So y'all, hey, the oldest boyfriend I ever had, I was 20 something. And I think I was 20, 19, one to two. And he was already 40. But our man's was, so yeah. But I ain't never seen it, y'all. Let me see. My career path is populated by older white men, but I get a lot of heat because they have to report to me. I bet you do, baby. I bet you do. Let me see. True children. Let me see. True children feelings are highly sensitive. Comes to go in bed. But I'm just saying, y'all, and I'm like, when I miss the times, like my granddaddy them, I miss the times they would talk to other men about being men. Like, bruh, don't do that, man. No, respect that lady. I what now men, I don't not all. When I say that, y'all, I'm not making a blanket statement. So please don't take it like that, because y'all know I love y'all. But I just don't see that. I just don't see that brotherhood like I used to where men. Now I will say this. I will say this now on YouTube. Just my thoughts, baby. He'll correct the male in a minute. He will. If it goes against what he don't like, honey, he'll speak up in a heartbeat. I love that. A lot of other males don't say nothing because they want to fit in. And I have a problem with that too. I have a problem with that. Because if you're gonna support somebody, it's I'm not saying not to support people, but some things you shouldn't agree with. Some things shouldn't even get your attention anymore. Like some of these women on here on YouTube, I don't even support them. I tried, and what they talk about and how they spit and all this and stuff. No, I can't even bring myself to even commit to nothing like that. It's like, no, you go right ahead. I just, nope. And people don't realize that it's you the reason why they get these checks. That's what people don't realize. It's you. So I don't know about y'all, but I don't like nobody telling me to suck they, especially if I ain't get no enjoyment out of it. Now, if me and you together and we dating and we already there, and we going to the things of the things, and we hey, drink your water, man, your business, y'all met me. You understand what I'm saying? But on her, cause you pissed, it's I itch, suck my. What man invites? I have a problem with that because some people sang a song, sang the lyrics of a Snoop Dogg song. It's a Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre song. Part of the lyrics that Snoop says, "Yeah, dude, cause I have you suck my," and I'll listen. What dude is happy to invite another man to his penis if he does not go that way? I have a problem with that. See, I listen to everything. I'm an analyzer. I listen to everything. And I'm like, and people just be singing their rap. I forgot what song it is. It'll come back to me. They just be singing their rap, yeah. And I'm like, do y'all hear what you're saying? Okay. Anyway. I know people don't pay attention like I do. It's different when you have a real connection with the person. Yeah. Stop DM. We grown over here. I'm grown. Of course, I've done, tasted the rainbow a time or two. Of course. Of course. I was married, y'all. Come on now. Of course. Y'all don't think so? Please. That's a what's it the prerequisite. If we gonna be together, hey, baby, who? I don't want to hear all that you don't. Mm-mm. I'd be like, I ain't the one for you, dog, because every now and then, at least, you got to taste, and if you don't do it, I ain't the one for you, because I'm gonna need that. Okay, I'm gonna need that, and so it just is what it is. I'm being honest. We grown over here. I'm being honest. You know, I I don't know how women do everybody. I don't know how women. I don't know how y'all do that. That's something to me, and it's me because I'm old fashioned. I keep telling y'all that it's me because I feel like it's got to be somebody special. Like we got to be in a committed relationship, and we got to, I'll let all the things before I do anything like that. Before I would even, hope that you would do that. I hope you don't just go down on every woman that you meet as support of your sex language. Yuck, ugh, all the above. That's nasty, and that's just me. Again, I ain't knocking y'all. I'm talking about me. It's just some things that I don't do unless we're in a committed relationship. I don't, and I was going to tell y'all too much of my business. I can't do that. Creole, you talking too much. You need to shut up about some things, girl. You tell your business too much, girl. Too much. You let these people know too much, honey. But yes, the rainbow, DM. Shoot. That's a nice way to put it, ain't it? Taste the rainbow. But yeah, so but yeah, y'all. Today has been one of them days. It's been like a shocker day, like shock. But that phone call, that was a test. I don't know what the Lord got coming for me, but I think I passed it. God, today I passed it. Because I almost cussed him. Now that I think about it, I didn't almost, but now that I think about it, part of me's like, girl, you should have cussed him unconscious. But no, I did it right. I did it right. Now that's over. I just don't want to see him. I don't, you know what? I said it, now watch I see him. See, I said it, and watch I see him. Uh, I had told y'all the other day. I had told y'all I gave y'all some gas information. I ain't never seen so many people with cars don't need gas hookups. That trips me out. Y'all must be rich. I ain't rich yet. And even when I become rich, I'm gonna need a gas hookup, okay? I said, Lord, I ain't never seen these people. Now, had I put out here that this person did this and this person said this and that everybody been flocking to it. But because it's gas, is I mean, right now when you go to the pump, it says arm, leg, kidney, child. Like you got to pick which one you willing to sacrifice in order to put something in your car. You know. So I did tell everybody about if you are a part of Speedway.com, it's got like 7 more gas stations that is under Speedway, like 7-Eleven. I forgot. You gotta go to Speedway.com, okay, and it'll tell you, if it's a gas station in your city and everything. Go ahead and sign up with Speedway.com, get your rewards number and everything. Most of the time, your rewards number is attached to your phone number. So when you go to the gas pump, you go in to pay your gas, you ain't got no shocker, okay, and everything. So it was I did it again, I think yesterday when I was talking about casting for a movie. So if you know anybody who wants to become an actor, be a part of a movie that's coming out and everything, I gave you information on that. And they told you what they needed on that. I read all. They need the headshots and 2 minutes of your work, and whatever work you've done. They tell you how to submit it and everything. Uh, you never know. You might want to be an extra or whatever. Hey, Van Boo. Let me see. Gas is over. Lies you tell 6. Well, you in Cali, so yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. It's almost 5 here, so and our governor just suspended the tax on our gas so that it can go down and everything. So, but yeah, it's almost $5 here. So today I went to the gas station and I had put out $30 to put myself back on full because I was almost on the head. Matter of fact, I was on the half of the tank by the time I got to the gas station. And honey, God is good. I went into I got one regular place that I go, and now since I'm with Speedway, I go that other place. There's only 2 places that gas go in my car. I don't stop no everywhere and get no gas. I treat my baby right. Okay. Only 2 places. And if I have to drive to get to them, I will. I just don't stop no everywhere. Because everywhere gas ain't equal. Right. Y'all do know that sometimes they mix water and gas to make your car. And that's why it burns gas so much. You can always tell when the gas is not gas because you'll be like, I just put gas in here. Why? Because it's mixed with something that's not gas and it thins it out. I know about cars, even though I'm a female. I do know about cars. Okay. So I went into my favorite gas station. They know me. They was like, "Well, hi, Missy." I said, "Hello." Like that. He said, "What you want? 15?" I said, "No, 30." He said, "Oh, okay." Gave me my little receipt, honey. I went 30, put me beyond full. I said, "Come on now, that's what I'm talking about." I kind of watched my baby. And then I'm mad because the daggone bird done poo-pooed on my car. And I don't know what type of poo-poo it did, but it's on the side of my car. Like it came back and said, "Dirt," and then it left and came back and said, "Dirt," again. And I got a white car and I can't stand that. Wow. Wow, DM. Uh-uh. Wow. Okay, y'all. So I sent I was over in Sean Bradley's today. Shout out to Sean Bradley. I was over there today. I was glad to see that he had came on. Uh and he's gonna help me because I do have a Patreon. I told you I've been ahead of Patreon, but I want to make sure that it's set up correctly and everything because they took my monetization. And I just don't feel like fighting to get it back, y'all. I just don't. YouTube full of crap. First of all, they kept taking my hours. They kept taking my watch hours. They wasn't updating my watch hours. Then they was telling me that no, I wasn't missing none. And all of a sudden, my watch hours will come up. And I just, you know what? Anything that stresses me out is not worth. It's not worth it. So I do have a Patreon, and hopefully in the next, at least by June, I'm gonna give myself time. At least by June, I will put it, let y'all know what my Patreon is, and we're gonna have some. I got some things lined up. Starting next week, starting Tuesday of next week, I am having conversations and coffee, or coffee and conversations, and that's just anybody who want to hit the link and drink some coffee, honey, and talk about whatever. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. Coffee and conversations. Whatever you want to talk about, that's what we're gonna talk about. We just gonna have a conversation, okay? So that starts Tuesday. Me and JB, we got to get ourselves together on when we're gonna do our thing again. Cause I see that my girl the hood table and Riggs, uh Ray, was it Riggs? They going on 3 years with their thing that they do. I'm like, dang, JB, come on, man. So we got to get ourselves together because we're gonna still have our little conversation talk like we did a couple times. And y'all said y'all enjoyed that, so that's what we're gonna do. Also, hopefully in June, I will be setting up one game night and everything. I want to do spades, but the online spade thing that I did, it didn't act right. So I've never, finished with it and everything. So hopefully we'll be doing spades. It will be on a Friday night though. It'll be probably around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is when we start the spades game and everything. So I hope y'all come over and play spades with me. I give y'all the connection so you can log in and pick your team, and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna go old school, music, all of that. That's the vibe I want. Now, tomorrow. Look at JB. Tomorrow. Let me show y'all. Hold on. Let me show y'all. Hold on. Where does it go? Here we go. I swear, sometime this don't act the way it should. I got so many people's getting married. I don't know. Okay, this time when I get married, I don't know if I want a wedding. Want a wedding. I don't know if I want a wedding or if I want it just to be me, him, and somebody that gonna stand up for him and somebody gonna stand up for me, and then we have a nice reception. I ain't going on no cruise. Don't ask me. It's a no. I've made up my mind. I used to want to go, but nope. What I fear is happening. Nope, not going. So yeah. Hold on, yeah. It's coming up as we speak. Okay. All right. So tomorrow. Let's get ready. Let's pray for JB. Okay. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Okay, so women, y'all might know too, but just in case, men, and my sisters. Okay. This is who I will be interviewing tomorrow. He said tomorrow. Only way he said we won't do it tomorrow is if he cannot change something that populates. Okay. So I told him I understand that. I ain't got the money they got that they gonna pay him. So yeah, right here, this is Mr. Dirk. Okay. Dirk Anderson Jr. Senior. I'm sorry. Dirk Anderson Senior. Uh I'm sorry. I'm gonna get out for her too, but I have to do this. This is Mr. Dirk Anderson Sr. He used to play for UK, and he used to play for the Cavaliers, and he used to play for the Rockets. If I'm not mistaken, I will be interviewing him tomorrow. This is him and your boy Michael B. Jordan. Uh Here we go. Hold on. Okay. What you mean? What happened, JB? Oh, this is him at my friend's. Uh, uh, you know what? Why am I getting man blocked right now? Hold on. When it was another picture I wanted to show y'all. Hold on. Okay. Y'all know that guy he went right there. Do y'all know him? Oh, congratulations, DM. Yes. I had to go back and get that picture. Y'all know him? Rest in peace, Kobe. So this is Dirk Anderson. He's with Kobe right here. Um, this was him when he was with the what's that, Blazers? Whatever. Dirk is a good name. I feel you. Hold on, y'all. Let me get to a couple more real quick. I want to show y'all. A lot of people say they remembered him, and he ain't been that long to retire though. But hold on. Let me pull up this one more. What the heck did she? I almost cuss. What the heck did she do? Thank you, JB Boo. Okay, so wait a minute. I'm hoping that it go through. I'm hoping because last time he called me, he was like, well, he inboxed me. Uh, he said, I hate to do this to you, but I just lost my uncle. I'm like, dang, okay. I said, I understand that's death, and everything. Who said what? Mr. D Ham. He said Dirk is a good name. That's what Mr. D Ham said. Y'all crazy. Okay, so let me show y'all this real quick. And I got some pictures on my community wall too. One of them was with him, Gordon, Michael Jordan, and everything, and some more stuff. So, okay, here we go. Okay, this is his book. It's called Stamina. This is his book. So he'll probably bring it up tomorrow, talk about his book and everything. Uh, this is when he was younger, y'all. He played for Douse, then he played for Kentucky, then that's when he's at Cleveland. The name of his company is called AOK, and it's called Act of Kindness. That's what AOK stands for, is Act of Kindness. And then there's one last picture I'm going to show y'all because I want to explain what it means. I want to explain what it means because it means a lot. It's one last picture. Give me one moment. Don't y'all know I still haven't been to the Muhammad Ali Center yet? I still haven't been to the Muhammad Ali Center yet, and I live right here. But everybody that I know went to it say it's all that. They're like, I can't believe you ain't went. Super Chef. That's what I was trying to say. He was at my friend Super Chef's restaurant. Uh, but no, I have not been to the Muhammad Ali Center. That is on my thing to do this year. I want to go next month after I have this surgery. I want to go next month, and hopefully they'll let me bring my camera in so I can do a quick short on the Muhammad Ali Center so you all can come. I know they have interactive with Muhammad Ali, like you can box against them. They have one of his cars that's in there. Um, it's a whole lot of stuff. I do know they got a whole lot of stuff in there, but I haven't been in there yet. So, and I told y'all that my family is the one who redid his Muhammad Ali home. They wanted it. He wanted it just like it was when he grew up, and that's what they did. They rehabbed it back to where it was. And you don't need no. You don't have to call nobody to go tour that. You can go tour it by yourself because it's got cameras all the way around it, and you got to get a number to go in, and all this and stuff. But it's still in the West End where he grew up at. They did not move it. It's still right there. So it's got a monument thing in front of it to let you know that this is Muhammad Ali's house, where he grew up at, and all of this and stuff like that. So I was so happy that they were able to do that and have it done when Muhammad Ali, they gave him his last trip around where he grew up at in the West End when he passed away. I mean, when I tell y'all, if y'all haven't seen that video, y'all need to look at that. The day Muhammad Ali of his funeral. Oh my goodness, that was so awesome! It was crazy, and we were standing right there. I got a chance to wave at Will Smith and seeing Janet Jackson, Layla Ali. I mean, we just seen like so many people. We was right there. Me and my daughter, my baby girl. We brung our chairs and we sat right there on Broadway when it came through on Broadway because they gave him his last tour where everything started at. He took his last tour and it was awesome. The hearse and all these cars and celebrities waving at us behind the hearse and yeah. And so they took him over there to the house where my family redid for him. They took him over there and everything, and they stopped in the middle of the street, and everybody would have, what's that saying that they did with Muhammad Ali? Abada, Ali, Abada, something like that. Everybody started chanting that and stuff, and it was something else. That's how you go out. That's how you go out. And his brother, what people don't know is before Muhammad Ali became a Muslim, he actually belonged to my granddaddy's church. And his brother was still a member of our church as well as a Muslim when he passed away and everything. So my granddaddy is the one who, did that and everything. I am still looking for this picture. It's funny because I got it off her thing and saved it, but I said I'll go back on here. Ali Bookbaya. Ali Bookbaya. I don't know. It might be, JB. It might be. It might be. But they was talking, Ali Bookbaya. Ali Bookbaya. You know, I can't find it. Dang, nabbit. Oh, well, I ain't gonna worry about it. I ain't gonna worry about it. Because I actually got it on the community wall. Let me see if I can pull it up from the community wall. Because I want to explain something. Hold on. Hold on. Because it's important. It's important. Oh, thank you, boo. Thank you, Don Dada. That's my J. That's my J right there. It's my J done. Now that's the Don Dada, y'all. Don't play with her. You heard me. You heard me. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Pulling it up as we speak, y'all. Okay, I got it. Let me see if I can do it like this because I've never did it like this before. Before we get out of here. Okay. Here we go. All right. This is him. This is him. Dirk Anderson, Gordon, Michael Jordan. Okay. just to let y'all know who y'all gonna be listening to tomorrow. This is him with Muhammad Ali. Okay. This is his rings. Okay. This is the picture I've been trying to get to. I am this is the next NBA legend in the yellow shirt that I will be interviewing. Most likely it's going to be October because he's recovering right now. Just in case y'all never follow sports or whatever, his name is Dr. Duncanstein. If you don't know nothing about him, ask your parents, ask your uncles, or whoever. Dr. Duncanstein is none other than Daryl Griffin, okay? Daryl Griffin, this is Derek Anderson, who I will be interviewing tomorrow. If everything goes right, he's promised me tomorrow unless some emergency come up, okay? So he's also, like I said, NBA player, well, ex-NBA player. He's got the thing and all of this and stuff. He used to play for UK as well. Now this right here, I don't know if y'all remember me doing my walking videos. I did a camera of this Southwood Community Center. Southwood Community Center, Mr. Moore. Mr. Moore used to be one of the Globetrotters, okay? And he was over Southwood Community Center. This is where I grew up. I mean, everything, all my childhood memories is in this center, and so did these two, okay? We have a whole lot of celebrities that come from Southwick. Southwick was a project. We have a whole lot of whole lot of celebrities that come from projects. Okay, so he was with the Blazers and with the Cavaliers, okay? All right. This is his new adventure. He's got his own bourbon coming out, and that's what it looks like right there. And he's going to talk about that tomorrow, as well as he's got some energy drinks or something else that's coming out, and he will be talking about that tomorrow as well. Okay, so if everything goes the way it's supposed to, he would actually be in my studio tomorrow. We would be talking and having a great time, and everything. And he's got a book out, like I just showed y'all, called Stamina, talking about the rise and what it takes to be successful, how your mindset has to change. Anybody can become famous. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. You can't let where you start from change. I mean, where you start from hold you back from being what you want to be in life. It's going to take a little bit more effort. So, I hope, like I said, the words and wisdoms that he do. Okay, let me show you this real quick. Okay, Stamina, here's his gummies. Okay. Here's his gummies. Here's his waters. So yeah, so y'all know I love interviews, right? So I'm going towards interviews more. I'm still from the last time I talked to Breonna Taylor's mother, okay, through my cousin, and then she sent me the text confirmation. I'm still going to get a chance to interview Tamika, I'm sorry, Breonna's mother. But y'all know a whole lot of stuff has happened, and right now her emotions and stuff is still, because y'all know they let those cops out, right? So I told her, I don't care if it's next year, I still want to get her voice on her own daughter. Everybody else has said this, that, and the other. I want her to, say what she's got to say. I'm waiting on Super Chef. I'm waiting on him to give me a date where he can come on and interview with me and everything. So I'm getting more interviews lined up, y'all, because that's more in my real house. I love that and history. I love teaching that and history. Herbal stuff, yeah, I do, but that's like in the end of it, at the end of my thing. But interviews and history, I love. Okay, so just keep me in your prayer. If you can't support me every time, I do get it. I do understand. Go back and watch my replay and everything. If it's something that you want me to talk about, all you got to do is email me and tell me, hey, Creole, can you talk about this? Can you say this and let me come up and hit your link? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As long as it ain't nothing crazy, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I sure can. Come on up. Let's talk. Don't forget, Tuesday of next week is Coffee and Conversations. I will have a reminder out there. Anybody can come over and have a conversation. I don't care. We could talk about the weather, whatever you want to talk about. Okay, it's Coffee and Conversations next Tuesday. Hopefully it'll be every Tuesday. Okay. Uh, what else? It was something else I said. I don't forget now. I'm gonna try to sum it up and just do my herbs, y'all. When I teach on herbs, I'm just gonna try to do that on the early part of a Friday, and then hopefully I can get my spades game. Shoot, Jay done did it too. She can tell me how to do it. I can get my spades game set up to where we play spades on Friday nights at 10 o'clock and talk about whatever and talk our stuff and everything. I just want us to have a lot of fun. It's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and we need to just get to where we laugh a lot. We laugh more than we, get upset, get mad, and worry about things, because that can shorten your life. When you laugh, it strengthens your life. It strengthens your digestive system. It's a lot to laughter. Put on some music that you like and dance around your house or move around your house for 5 or 6 minutes. It gets them endorphins moving, okay? And it changes things. So that's all I want us to do. You can find negativity anywhere. I just don't want you to find it here unless I'm teaching you about something. Okay. I just don't want it to be negative. I want to teach about something. Okay. So that's that. And let me see. Let me stop trying to type it. Lord, you a mess. JB, you a mess. So again, if anybody want me to talk about something, email me. Let me put my email down here so you all can have it. Some of you already have it. Hold on. Because it's not, I don't think it's on my, I think that's the old email. Okay. Yeah, because Tuesday, after I leave y'all, I am going to meet with the prosecutors about my daughter's case. The case is over. However, I get to see the file. I get to see the pictures. Ugh. I get to see the file and I get to see the pictures on how they found my child. So everybody's like, you don't want to see that? You want to remember her how she was? Y'all, that's my baby. That was my baby. Y'all can't tell me not to look at my baby. I don't care. I need to see how they found my child. You know what I'm saying? And what all. Because a lot of things, because the girl finally pleaded guilty. I ain't gonna give out too much. She finally pleaded guilty this year. And a lot of things that we were going to get to read or see or hear, we didn't, because she pleaded guilty. And so, even though I'm grateful that she pleaded guilty, I need to see the file. I need to go through and see what they discovered, and all of this. Called a discovery. I need to go through and just, so me and three more of my daughters and my sister, we're going. So after I talk to y'all Tuesday on Coffee and Conversations, and that's why I'm doing it this Tuesday coming up. Hey, VA Sagittarius Boo, CTSW, thank you. After I talk to y'all, I'm gonna need to talk to y'all before I go, if y'all catch what I'm saying, because that way my mind will be settled and I can go in there. Not, it's already gonna be trying. You understand what I'm saying? But I just do. It's just something I need to do. It's something I need to see. I can't explain why. I wanted to go in there that night. I wanted to go in there that night, and the cops stopped me twice from trying to go through a door. So I'm ready. I'm ready mentally and emotionally, as ready as I'm gonna be to see it. So I'm looking forward to just seeing what they discovered. Not the pictures, but I am gonna look at the pictures. I'm talking about what they discovered, the reason why this, and this. So anyway, that way I can do a good interview, because I know Don Dada, Miss J Dunn, and Charlie, both of them have asked me to interview with them to talk about what happened with my daughter, and everything. So whichever one I get to that I can really talk about it, that's the one I'm gonna do, and everything. So, it's and let me say this too before somebody try to use that as a hurting point on me. It don't hurt. My daughter's with God, honey. What better place could she be? Okay. If you only never mind. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I have planned and everything. So yeah, honey, I'm gonna go warm up this donut. And fix me some more coffee and eat this donut and look at some of these YouTube. Have y'all been looking at these little? My son said they call AI stories or whatever. Baby, this is what I've been glued into. If it ain't been like fixing stuff or other stuff, I've been glued into these AI stories. To me, they interesting. JB, forget you. To me, they interesting. Like when I do YouTube, that's what I've been doing. Like I've been so into these stories. Like when one stop, I click another one, and when never stop, I click another one and playing my game. And like I've really been. Let me see. I hate those things. I know you do. That's why I said forget you, JB. Don't be talking about us because we like them. You know who I'm talking about. So, but yeah, I have. And then I've been working on my next book, y'all, and so I just been busy. It's not that I don't support people, because I try to go back and replay and all that and stuff. I really do, and y'all have been off the chain. Oh my God, y'all have been off the chain. I swear, I've been like, oh my God. Shout out to Sean Bradley. It was good to see him this morning. It really was. I miss Sean, y'all. I know some of y'all don't. I hope Mother them are having a good time on their cruise, and I can't wait for him to put some stuff out here so we can see. And shout out to everybody that was on the cruise and everything. So y'all, like I always tell y'all, again, Jadon, thank you so much, babe. I appreciate you sharing your people with me. I really do. Those of you all who have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Trust me, I'm the best kept secret. We talk a lot of things over here, okay? A lot of things, other things, all right? And I love you guys. And remember, no matter what the test, I always do your best, all right?
Yeah. From Kentucky to the world, it's the season of the scale. Creole butterfly, spread them wings, girl. Yeah. Born to shine, Libra balance in her soul. Creole roots deep, got that heart of gold. Butterfly in motion, grace when she fly. Every room she step in, the stars multiply. Dr.Creole, wisdom with the style. That Kentucky vibe, make the world smile. Energy, crown sitting high. Royal Libra season, can't nobody deny. Creole butterfly, Libra queen tonight. Glowing like the moon in that southern light. From Kentucky fields to the city dream. She the vibe, she the balance, she the queen supreme. Smooth with the talk, yeah, she cornerstone. Butterfly wings, transformation form. She lifting up hearts with the words she say. A Libra queen guiding us all the way. Hey, Kentucky pride, rhythm in her veins. Creole fire running through her name. When she walk by, the whole crowd sing. Long little queen, let the bell of love ring. Yeah, butterfly, don't you slow it down. Dr.Creole in the royal crown. Balance in the spirit, love in her hand. Libra queen, ruler of the land. Creole butterfly, Libra queen tonight. Glowing like the moon in that southern light. From Kentucky fields to the city dream. She the vibe, she the balance, she the queen supreme. Yeah. So spread your wings, let your soul be free. Dr.Creole butterfly. Turn